Aloha everyone. I decided to show you how I make bread using half all-purpose flour and half bread flour. So it's same process as my other bread making video, but this video I'm just using the two different flours to show you that it can be done, and I'm going to be making 2 loaves today. So I think I have everything ready. First thing is I take 2 cups of water. 2 cups of water. Is that 2 cups? Need a little bit more. Oops. A little bit more. And I want to show you how I measure things. Let's see. Pour in some honey. And about, I don't know, that much maybe. Couple tablespoons, and then I heat the water up in the microwave. And I quit measuring the temperature a long time ago because it always seems to work out for me. Just warm to the touch. So what I need is 6 cups of flour. I'm using 3 cups all-purpose flour and 3 cups bread flour. About 3 cups. And for those of you that watch my other video, I really don't take that much time to measure things 100% because I can always thicken it up later if it's too thin. So that was bread, all-purpose flour. This is the bread flour I'm using. So 3 cups of that. Three-ish. I think that might be a little too doughy. We'll find out. Okay. So we got the flour. Next step is to add salt. And I add about, can you see this much salt? So maybe a teaspoon and a half or so. Hey, you guys knock it off. And then this is dry active yeast, instant dry active yeast. And I just add a tablespoon, like so. Ooh, I need to check the temperature of this. A little bit longer, and then what? And then I mix them together. Like so. Okay. That's done. That's done. Okay, here I have my water honey mix. So I'm just going to pour the whole thing in, like so, and then oil, maybe a 1/4 cup oil, maybe, something like that, and then just mix it all in. This is how I can tell if I have it too thick or too thin. And then what I'm going to do is once I get this incorporated, just let it sit for about 20 minutes or so. Sometimes I'll also take my hands and try to get it all incorporated. Oh. No, I don't think it's going to be too dry. Let's see. So basically, I'm just kind of trying to get rid of all the dry stuff, incorporate it into a dough ball or a dough blob. Yeah, this is going to be real sticky when I go to what you call it, knead it. I can tell, but that's okay. Okay, so now I'm going to put the lid on this, let it set for about 20 minutes, and then I'll come back and knead it for 8 minutes on the dot. Okay, it has now been about 20 minutes. So now what I'm going to do is just get this out on the cutting board and start kneading it for 8 minutes or so. As I mentioned, I think this is going to be pretty gooey, but I'm still not going to put any flour down here. Maybe I'll get lucky. During the kneading process, I will probably have to add some flour. And once I'm done kneading, then I'll put it back in this bowl and let it rise for an hour. And what I always like to do is spray it with non-stick spray. So that after it has risen, it will come out of the bowl easy. Okay, so 5:56, 8 minutes I do this for. And the more you make bread, the more you'll be able to tell how things are going. I'm going to go ahead and put some flour down here. That should be good. And this actually is one of my favorite parts about making bread. Well, making bread isn't difficult. It really isn't. I don't know if I should have put that much flour on here. Let's see, 5, 6. Oh yeah, I probably should have added more flour. I could tell when I was doing my measurements that I was short on the flour category a little bit. So for 8 minutes until it's nice and smooth. And I have watched so many bread making videos, different processes, different techniques, I guess. I have really no technique, but it seems to work. I mean, my bread isn't the prettiest loaves, but they're pretty tasty. A couple loaves that I've made before have been really dry, and my hands weren't sticking like they are now. But I have found that if your dough is moist like this, the finished product comes out moist, more moist. Duh. So I just, kind of deal with the stickiness. But I really can notice a difference between all-purpose flour bread and half and half. Half all-purpose, half bread flour. Oh, I don't want to say this, but it seems to be going well. It really isn't rocket science. And I don't think I've ever used my mixer, my stand mixer, to knead bread. I know you can. But this is just, I guess, rewarding. The dogs are being good, that's great, so I don't have to worry about them while I'm doing this. I wonder if I should put more flour on here. I don't want to. I'll just deal with this. Can you see that? Not bad. You see I have my scraper just in case I need it. So when this is done, I have the oven set for, it has a bread proofing setting. So about an hour, or as everyone says, until it doubles in size. This is going good. What time is it? I have 4 more minutes. No, two more minutes? What time did I start doing this? What time did I start doing this? 4. It can't be 2 minutes. It's got to be more than 2 minutes. Well, can't remember what time I started. Oh yes, I do. 56, 4, 2 minutes left. It's starting to feel really nice and smooth. I'm glad I didn't add more flour. Yeah. And I used to wonder why the professionals weigh the ingredients. I now know why they weigh the ingredients instead of doing it the way I did it. If you weigh ingredients, you're guaranteed accuracy with the ingredients. The way I do it, not so much. Especially when it comes to measuring the flour. I kind of wish I would have added more salt. And I think I wish I would have added more honey. But it is what it is. Okay, I'm supposed to be done kneading by now. But I'm going to go for another couple minutes because it's just feeling really good. Looking really good. I just want to make doubly sure that it's going to turn out. But won't know if it's going to turn out until it's done. So I would encourage everyone to make your own bread. What, just 4 ingredients, 4 or 5 ingredients? Flour, yeast, water, honey, oil. 5 ingredients. Okay, I think it's ready. Feeling really good, nice and smooth. Oh, just a little bit more. Okay. Just pop it down in the bowl. Put the lid on it. Stick it in the proofer for about an hour. Okay, so there they are, all nice and covered. They'll be in there for about, well, I'm going to check it in 30 minutes. Okay, it has been maybe 20 minutes since I put the bread in the oven to rise again. So now what I do is I'll take them out and put them up here on the rack, and I'll preheat the oven to 375, and this will allow it to continue to rise from the heat coming out of the oven this way. Take 375, I think it's 375, and this is what they look like. So they are rising nicely. Go back on there, and next step we'll be putting it in the oven once it reaches temperature. Okay, the oven is preheated, and these have risen nicely. Ooh, a little bit too much actually. So I've read that you want it to be about an inch above the edge of the pan. That one's a little higher. So I'm going to stick these in. $375 for 35 minutes. Okay, we shall return. Okay, 15 seconds left on the timer. And it smells so good in here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Oh boy, those look nice. Okay. Yeah. Bring them over here. So. Good. Woo. And it is hot. Look at that. Oh, yeah. That's nice. Ooh. Okay, there you have it. 2 loaves of bread using half all-purpose flour and a half bread flour. Now, wait until it cools completely and dig in. Thank you all for watching. I hope this inspires a lot of you to try making bread on your own if you haven't already. Aloha. Okay, I know you're supposed to wait until it's completely cooled, but I cannot wait any longer. Let's open it up. Oh man. Yummy. So there you have it. It's not perfect because of the hole, but it will definitely work. Aloha.